Welcome to my channel, Barrett House Restorative. If you are a returning viewer or subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. And if you're new, well, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I'm doing here. I like to estate sell, garage sell, and thrift store shop. So most of my decor in my home and a lot of my clothing, jewelry included, are all thrift store or secondhand purchases. I try not to buy retail if I can. I do enjoy, retail therapy every once in a while, but most everything I buy is secondhand. So if that's something that you might be interested in seeing or getting inspiration or ideas, or maybe you have something in your home that's just like I have and you never thought of using it that way, hope you'll stick around and enjoy my channel. So another thing that I will be featuring on this channel is renovations. There's a lot to be done, lots of things I'd like to do. We've lived in our home since 2005, and so it's kind of time to start updating. There are some things that I've wanted to do for a long time, and so currently we're having our master bathroom renovated. I've taken out the tub there. It was a tub shower combo. It was also a jetted tub, so it was fairly high and hard to step into, and it had glass doors on it that were very hard to clean. So I've had those ripped out. A lot of the times my husband and I are DIYers, but he works full-time, I work full-time, and so if this was going to get done, I knew I was going to have to hire it out. So I have a wonderful gentleman right now working on that project. So stay tuned, subscribe, and come back if you'd like to see that bathroom renovation thing. I love my little home, and although it's nothing fancy, it's very special to me. I have 4 children and a wonderful husband. 2 of my children were born in this house, so a lot of memories were made here. That's a video for another day, but I did have home births for my last 2 sons. So good times, bad times, a lot of times were shared in this home. So I'm happy to welcome you in. And I always say, try to celebrate your circumstances if possible. I know at times I can get down thinking, oh, I'd like to have this, or I wished I had that, even driving by certain neighborhoods. But when I really think about it at the end of the day, I know I'm very blessed, and I know that there are people who would love to have a home and a roof over their head and somewhere warm to sleep at night. So I always say celebrate your circumstances if possible, and try to always count your blessings. I hope that you have a blessed holiday season. I know it's been a rough time for many people. We've recently experienced a loss in our family of a precious person who lost their battle against COVID. So I know this is a hard time sometimes to celebrate during the holidays, but there's also a lot of love things, so I'm going to try to focus on that this Christmas, and I hope that you're able to do that too. So please enjoy the tour, and I hope that you're able to come back and see me again soon. Here is the front porch, and I've kept it kind of simple. There's my wicker couch I picked up with one of my good friends, Brenna, that was a Facebook Market sell. And this is basically it for the front porch. My dog does like to get up there on that little wicker couch, so keeping the hair off of it is constantly a struggle. Okay, let's go inside. I need to paint that table, but that might be a project for this summer. The lights I found at a garage sale. My husband's not too fond of how they're constantly flashing, and he says the dog doesn't like it either. I think they're always thinking that once we're inside for the evening and we see the flashing lights, that maybe a police officer's pulling in. Not that we need to worry about that or doing anything wrong, but it is kind of distracting. My door is scratched up from my dog. I taught him to ring a bell to go out, but I have not taught him to ring a bell to come in yet. So here's our home. Here is something that I just did. I had some garland that matched some garland that I have on my fireplace. So I just tied it up on the little coat racks that I had there with some twine. There's the bell that my dog likes to ring to go out. And I got that candle holder from our booth that I had with Chrissy. She had it for sale and I fell in love with it, so I got that. That candy cane is just a garage sale find that I found last season and saved until it was time for Christmas again. That old crock was my husband's grandmother's. It was painted green, and I flaked off the paint and saw the true color of it and scratched all the paint off of it, and I love how it turned out. Buffet was also my husband's grandmother's, and I've thought about painting it, but right now I'm enjoying the color, so I think I'll just leave it like it is. Anytime I'm at a garage sale, I try to buy these little villages or these little homes. I think I got all of these at an estate sale and I painted them white. I have some that I've saved. I'll show what I'm going to do hopefully next year for Halloween, if I'm still making videos. So, and then under the hutch I've just had an old suitcase and a lantern and a sign. My daughter Kelsey helped me find this crate to put the Christmas tree in, and I used to always get nutcrackers every time I found them at a store or garage sale. I've kind of stopped doing that, but I do love nutcrackers. We do burn wood for heat, and we have an abundant source of wood. We have a farm, and we recently helped a neighbor cut down some wood that he allowed us to keep all of the wood, so we'll have firewood for a long, long time. Anytime I find picnic baskets, I usually purchase them just because they're so handy to keep stuff in. Whenever company's coming over, you can just throw things inside the picnic baskets. But here is the mantle for Christmas. That garland is similar to what I have by the front door. That wreath with the apples on it I've had forever, but I added some little red lights to it. And that light with the bottle, I got it like 75% off after a Christmas sale at our pharmacy. The lamps I think I got from the booth. They were Chrissy's, and so I added them up there just for a little extra light. And if you've watched my channel before, you know these windows come from an old farmhouse, my grandparents' old farmhouse that I lived in. And the chairs were gifted to me by my mom and stepdad, Ernie. Ernie has passed now, but I had them recovered, and I think of both of them often. And I found an old antique, I don't know what you call these, trays that have a mirror in them, and I've just added some wine corks. And then this was just a cheap candle from Walmart that I added some burlap ribbon to.